So when we think about stewardship, we oftentimes think about money. Yet the biblical understanding of stewardship is the humble recognition that all that we have and all that we are is an absolute gift from God. So stewardship is a disciple's response, using our time, using our talent, using our treasure as a response to God's goodness in our own lives to give back what we have received. When we speak about stewardship of time, we are speaking about how do we give the first fruits of time that we have each day to grow in our relationship and intimacy with God. How do we use our time intentionally to engage in prayer, to intentionally take advantage of the sacrament of reconciliation, to make a commitment as an individual or as a family to go to Mass every Sunday, or maybe incorporate a daily Mass into your weekly schedule. How we use our time in prayer radically affects how we relate to God and how He becomes truly the Lord of our lives. There are over 100 plus ministries here at St. John Vianney which need your talent, which need your gifts and your abilities, needs your expertise to make them vibrant. As we give our talent, not only do we build up the community in which we belong, but we also receive as we give. And so when you consider your talent commitments this year, I would invite you to look at our Stewardship Renewal materials that have clear descriptions of what these ministries are and ways in which you can get involved and share your talent this year. Stewardship of treasure. People often say, all the church wants is my money. And in fact, the treasure comes at the end. Time, talent, and treasure. If we are truly giving ourselves over to God with our time in prayer, if we are investing ourselves in our community through the gift of our talents, it makes absolute sense to share equally of our treasure. Giving back to God, giving back to the community the gift of our monetary resources so that the work of the church can reach beyond those places that we ourselves can participate. As you're considering your treasure commitment this year, maybe you need to start small. Maybe you're just beginning the process of tithing, and so maybe this year it's only going to be 1%, 2%, or 3% commitment on your card. But I would encourage you that as time goes on to strive to increase that, to have faith, and to trust that as the more you give over to the Lord, the more He will bless you in return. This is not the gospel of prosperity, but the more that we trust in the Lord, even with our finances, the more He will bless us. So I encourage you to think concretely, how can we give the first fruits of our treasure for the building up of the kingdom of God this year? During these first weeks of November, every registered household will receive their annual stewardship commitment materials. You'll receive a packet that shows the different ministries that are available here at St. John Vianney, as well as a guide that explains the spirituality of stewardship as it relates to time, talent, and treasure. You will also receive a commitment card. We ask that every family take time to prayerfully consider where the Lord is calling you to take these concrete steps to be more committed in your faith through the use of your time, your talent, and your treasure. And as you discern those commitments, we ask that you write them down on our commitment card and bring it to church with you on Commitment Sunday. It is a proven fact that when we take the time to reflect and to make thoughtful commitments, our ability to grow in our spiritual lives exponentially increases. So I wish to say thank you for all the ways in which you live a stewardship way of life. And I want to assure you of my prayers as you make your commitments for this upcoming year. God bless.